It's been a while since I've done a video. Got to be hard building the van and making videos. So I'm actually camping in it now. This is my second time out in it. So I figure while I'm here in the evening, I will give you a quick little rundown. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll take a look. Okay, so coming in the sliding door, I have a bug screen and a swivel chair. Both of them swivel, but I usually just do the passenger one. And I have a table and a lagoon mount. That's where I sit and use my computer and stuff. Like I said, it's still not finished, but good enough to go camping. I don't want to keep waiting. I have this privacy curtain, and I have the um, insulated window covers all the way around. But this comes in handy if you're just pulling over for a few minutes. You can just do the curtain. So I have the headliner shelf. This is the extra shelf that goes up here, so you can store stuff that comes in handy. Storage is important. Let's see. Got insulation in. I don't have all the walls in. It's my coffee maker, seat belted securely. So I ended up with two counters. So here's like the main kitchen counter. Got a fridge, 12-volt compressor, and a deep sink. Pretty deep. And here's like my switch panel. So these are the lights, water pump. These are different lights, do different things. Got a high power USB here, can charge a laptop. And all my outlets are inverter. Here's the another countertop. I just really didn't know what layout I wanted, so I just kind of did it on the fly. I have a gasoline fired heater down here. So it runs off the gas tank of the van. There's no propane in here at all. So I just laminated the countertops. It's all the construction is extruded aluminum. And I have an outlet down here. Some of these are held on, like this is held on with magnets, so I can pop them off and on for getting behind there servicing. So after I had these two cabinets, I needed to fill this space. So I decided to make two chairs. And I was able to find some cushions from Amazon that was for lawn furniture. So hey, it works. So it's kind of actually a nice thing to have because I can just sit here, chill out, watch TV, could put stuff on it, put my shoes on. So I have another outlet over here. The idea is I'll have an portable induction cooktop. I'll put some drawers in here eventually, some cabinet doors. And I'll just pull out the cooktop when I need it. I did get some upper cabinets done. Kind of happy with these. So I got some stuff in there. And I got two more cabinets down there the same way. And I wasn't quite sure what to do with this part in the middle. At first, I didn't want to do cabinets all the way down because I thought if you were sitting here, you'd hit your head, but it turns out it's fine. So I went ahead and added more bars across and did some bungees and some bins. So I actually kind of like it. Kind of breaks up the look. Oops. I got a couple of screens in here. This is just a weather screen. I do have an outside thermometer underneath the van. And then this one's my Victron system. This is actually an Android tablet instead of the expensive Victron screen. And Victron put out a mod for Android tablet. So it's an official mod that totally rewrites the OS for Victron. So get a nice little Victron screen, and I just have it powered here all the time. So this is just more power wires. This is all temporary until I decide what I'm going to do for the walls. Um, I did do a TV, so like when I'm using the van, I'll have a TV, and I got it on an RV swing mount with a lock. And again, the 80/20 stuff for the extruded aluminum stuff is really neat because you can just build whatever. So made a little mount for it. Um, these boards I just put up there just for the summer while I'm using it. Same with that. That's actually held on with magnets right now. And I do have insulation behind it, and there's insulation, 3M Thinsulate in all the walls. Same thing with this. Like here's a 3M Thinsulate right here, but I didn't want to, sleep against it, so I just put this panel with these magnets, and seems to be working. I don't know. Maybe that'll be the final thing. Oh, let's see. It already had a max air fan, so that was lucky. I added a DC Velvet air conditioner, so that runs off of 12 volts, so I can run it when I'm boondocking. Does take a lot of power, about 30 to 50 amps, so you can't really run it too much. These I put up because I already had little spots for them, and let's see, behind, I put these in to keep it from rattling. So behind this, I have some of my electronics. So yeah, here's some of my electronics that run it, that run the van. It's all home assistant based. So it's like a home automation system, so you can do screens, touch screens, and control stuff when you're away. Didn't really intend to dig into this on the video, one shot video here. Let's see. Put that back later. So yeah, here's some of the control boxes. So these have relays, and these talk to a little mini computer here that runs Home Assistant, and this is the Wi-Fi router. So I'll show you that, what a little more of that can do. This is the heater thermostat here, and I have a power fuse box here, and I have one also on this side behind this, which I can get to fairly easily if I have to. So for water, I have a 29-gallon water tank, fresh water tank, and I have a 10-gallon gray tank. I put it inside. So I was looking underneath. I was going to install a gray tank underneath. And the one I wanted was back ordered, pretty expensive too. So I said, well, I'm not having a shower in here, so why do I need a big giant one? Let me just try. I got an inexpensive tank from Amazon, and after I got it, I was going to still put it underneath the van, but then I thought, can I just put it inside? And I did, and it seems to be working fine. This is only my second time out. Of course, I tested it after I put it in. But, it only needs to hold a couple of days of washing hands and brushing teeth and maybe doing dishes and stuff. So far, I like the idea. There's no pipes outside. No have to worry about freezing outside or anything like that. So that's what this top one is. That's the gray tank, and that's the freshwater tank. 29-gallon fresh, 10-gallon gray. That's a gotta go toilet. It's a separating toilet, and I like it. It works really good. The nice thing about not having a black tank anymore is not having to look for dump stations, mess with sewer hose and stinky slinkies, and you have to pay to dump if you're not at a campground or go find it, So this way you just bag and go. So I actually kind of like it. I mean, it sounds kind of gross, but if you dumped and cleaned black tanks and sewer hoses, you've gone through a lot already. So I guarantee you this is much better because you just get rid of it and don't have to worry about it. So enough of that. All I can say is this one works because it has a knife valve that covers the black part. So the number 2 part, just like you would have on your RV sewer when you pull that valve to empty the tank. That's what this has over the number 2 part. So works good. Works real good. My battery system down here, I have 3 280 amp hour lithium batteries in parallel. I have 400 watts of solar, and I have up to 100 amps of alternator charging. I have 2 Orion 50s, and I have them tuned down to 40 amps each. So when I'm driving, it'll charge the batteries back up 80 amps plus whatever the solar is getting. So I've seen it doing over 100 amps trying to charge those batteries back up. Haven't really got them down below 90, but again, it's only my second time using it. So let's see. The inverter is a leftover from when I did the Airstream. I had this GoPower 1500 watt high surge, and everything was designed in my plans to get a Victron, a multi-plus 3000 watt inverter. But since I already had this 1500 watt high surge, all I really need to do is be able to run a cooktop or an oven, or if I put in a hot water heater, which I haven't. I'll talk about that in a second. Um, uh, and this will do that. I brought out a coffee maker. I brought my coffee maker and tested it, and it works. I brought out a Wonder oven, one of those air fryer ovens, and it worked. And I think I boiled water on an induction cooktop, and it worked. So since the air conditioner is DC, it's really not an issue. In fact, even with a multi-plus, you got to be careful running more than 2 high-powered devices at a time because they're really only 2400 watts, even though they say 3000. They have more of a surge probably. I think this has a 3000 watt surge. But yeah, I just have to know that I just run one appliance at a time. But the nice thing about this is I can still run the air conditioner. I can run the air conditioner and an appliance because the air conditioner doesn't go through the inverter. So that's nice. The hot water heater. So I decided not to do a hot water heater to start with because I see people who put them in who don't have showers and they don't even use them and they wish they hadn't done it. I mean, it's going to be for washing your face, hot water for washing your face, maybe washing dishes. So I bought a little 300 watt kettle. You just plug it in, it'll heat up, the kettle water, and it'll stay hot for like 12 hours. So I thought I would try that first to simplify things. And yeah, so we'll have to see how that goes. Again, this is only my second night out. Actually, I have a Sonos here. I decided to get a Sonos, and because it can uh, play, of course, music, stream music direct, not just from your phone, but directly from the internet, and it can Bluetooth audio from the TV, so you get a nice sound from the TV. And for the home automation system, it can do announcements when it's on. It does require the inverter. So my test was I had that Sonos on, and I had the TV on, and then I ran the coffee maker, which uses a lot of power, and everything ran fine together, no problems. Because the TV and the Sonos, they don't take very much. I think when I have the inverter on um, and the TV on, it's like 2 extra amps of DC. I can read it right here. So this right now is my refrigerator and my Max Air fan and these lights. The thing about these lights is all these lights that you see are only 2.5 amps. I have like, I don't know, 4, 10, 12 lights, and I can dim them. I can do it with the app, or I can just hold the button. I can dim them. I usually do it with the app, but you can dim them, and or you can turn off different zones. Let's see. Okay, that's these. This is the bedroom probably. So I can just have these on, or just the bedroom or whatever. And then this first button here will turn them all on or all off, whatever, which I like because when I'm leaving, I can just push that button and turn it all off. All right, this is my spot for the night. So Harvest Host. This is the first time I used a Harvest Host. I'm off of Highway 1, Northern California, right near the ocean. It's kind of funny. It's like a store here, but they let you, they're set up with Harvest Host. So if you don't know what Harvest Host is, it's a membership. I think I got it for $70 at a discount. And uh, you can go to any of their, one night at any of their places for part of that. But they do want you to spend money. They want you to spend like $30, which is easy because I just bought like a deli sandwich and some sides, and that was $30. But it's nice because I don't know what that resort is across the street, but I know it ain't $30. And here's my view right here, the ocean. All right. So I have a RV 30 amp here. There's the exhaust for that gasoline heater, and it picks up right out of the gas tank, but it doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the gas tank. So it only goes to a quarter of a tank. So you gotta have more than a quarter of a tank to run the heater. But it's good because you don't want to burn the heater all night and not be able to start your van. Okay. So here's the back. So I put these bars across here just to hang stuff. I'll get hooks eventually, stick them in there. That was my idea. I put these bags here. Look, here's my power converter adapter. I have another outlet, 20 amp outlet back here, and 12-volt cigarette lighter. My thought here was if I got like an e-bike or a scooter, I could charge it back here while I was driving. Put these really nicely cut vents. Don't be jealous for that electrical system. Again, here's the inside electrical system. I can reach my cutoff switch. But there's like the solar. Oops, sorry about the hand. There's a solar on the breaker for the solar, and the distributor, all that crazy stuff. Yeah, real pretty, I know. And I even already had this lithium battery charger, 20 amps, so I went ahead and put that in. So down here at the bottom, I have a transfer switch. So when I put power out there, it powers this converter to charge the batteries at 20 amps automatically. Then after a minute, it switches all the outlets to the shore power. And when you unplug, it switches them back to the inverter. Here's the tanks. I put this clean out in the top of the tank. It's already come in handy. I was able to pour the bleach in there to sanitize the tank and the pump. There's a water pump and an accumulator. I'm not too jazzed on the accumulator. I don't see that doing much. Actually, when I bought the van, it was used and it had a tank and I had this pump and accumulator in it. I trashed the tank, but I kept the accumulator and the pump, and it turns out they work really well. So that's why I have an accumulator. And that's why I ran the bleach through. There's the gray tank. It's sitting on the extruded aluminum. I got 3 bars across there because you need to support the whole tank. I might have put wood underneath it again if I was doing it again, but and then I put a strap on it, so it's in there. There's also a strap across the batteries that are 3 batteries that are underneath here. Here's the 110 circuit breakers. I was gonna put a fill here. I actually bought it, but when I was messing with the plumbing to get it to go down there, the thick pipes, I don't know. I wasn't happy. I also need to get my hand in here to these valves. I have shut-off valves. That's actually that's a shut-off valve for the main tank. And then I have shut-off drain valves here. And then, so I just fill it with this. I just unscrew that and I put in one of these from Camco. to fill it. So I got this Camco. I got one of these little tanks here. I mean hoses, those little flat hoses. I also have a electronic dump valve. So that blue box there, if I push a button on my phone, that turns on, and I can dump the gray tank. And I have a hose connection underneath, so I can hook up a garden hose to the gray tank and route it to wherever I need to. And then I can push the button on the phone and it'll dump it. This is a shower back here. It's hot and cold, but I don't have hot water. If I do, I can add it. But I got cold. It's a quick connect sprayer. There's a little sprayer hose. So it's kind of nice. I can just hose off whatever I need to. I don't see me taking showers in the woods or in the parking lot near the ocean. Okay, so I have all this space back here. I gotta put bins in or do something. I don't know, but it's kind of nice. Here's the back of the bed. Well, I still have to figure out the walls and stuff, but I'm gonna take a break because I want to use it. Not really much to say. Got the rack up there. I already had the fan, max air fan. Got the air conditioner, the 12-volt air conditioner. I have two 200-watt energy solar flux or something. Shade flux. I don't know. Oh, I have Starlink up there. I got a permanently Starlink Mini mounted there up at the top, and it's routed inside, of course, to that router. So, all right. Well, so far so good. I'm liking it. I can camp, and I don't have to have hookups. I can run the air conditioner. I can run the heater. If I run out of power, I can start the engine. Haven't run out of power yet. I'm at 99% right now. Let's see. As long as I got gas, I got heat. As long as I pay my Starlink bill, I got internet. And I can go to the bathroom. So, and I can eat. So, anyway, that's all I need. I don't know what else to say. I guess that's about it. So, if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. But yeah, really enjoying it. But mostly what I enjoy about this over the Airstream, which I still love my Airstream. When I get into my Airstream, I'm like, can't believe it's like super luxurious. But the freedom of just going and anywhere a car can go. Like here, I could never park here with the Airstream. This is for vans only, or 20. They said 20 foot. I'm 22 foot. So anyway, all right. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.